The extraordinary Arab Islamic Summit has begun in Riyadh to address efforts to halt the Israeli aggression in Gaza, the intensifying military actions in Lebanon, and their humanitarian consequences. Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman reaffirmed the kingdom's firm opposition to Israeli attacks on Gaza and highlighted its support for the Palestinian cause through the International Coalition for a Two-State Solution. He condemned the Israeli occupation forces' operations in Lebanon and voiced opposition to any hindrance to humanitarian work in Gaza. Egyptian President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi has emphasized the region's complex situation and ongoing aggression against Gaza and Lebanon during his speech at the Arab Islamic Summit in Riyadh. The Egyptian leader has further stated that the future of both the region and the world is at a crossroads, and that the aggression against Gaza and Lebanon will not be accepted. El-Sisi reaffirmed Egypt's opposition to plans aimed at the forced displacement of Palestinians, stressing that Egypt has long shouldered the responsibility of leading the peace process and remains committed to it. Arab League Secretary General Ahmed Abul-Ghait has stated that the international inaction has enabled Israel to escalate the conflict, underscoring the urgency of a ceasefire in Gaza and Lebanon. He highlighted the true peace, and that true peace is incompatible with violence and injustice, accusing Israel of attempting to eliminate hopes for a Palestinian state and systematically undermining Gaza's society. He also noted that half of Gaza's population lives on just 10% of its land and warned that the crisis has reached an intolerable level, requiring adherence to UN Resolution 1701 in Lebanon. The Palestinian President, Mahmoud Abbas, has urged Arab and Islamic nations to press the United Nations to suspend Israel's membership unless it abides by international law and halts its actions against Palestinians. He called for implementing Resolution 2735, which mandates ending aggression, ensuring humanitarian aid, and withdrawing forces from Gaza. Abbas also requested that nations reconsider ties with Israel, uphold Jerusalem's holy sites, and support Palestine's full UN membership. He emphasized the need to release Palestinian funds and strengthen the UNRWA's role in Palestine. In his speech at the summit, Lebanese Prime Minister Najib Mikati confirmed that more than 3,200 people, including 775 children and women, have been martyred, with over 4,000 injured due to Israeli aggression on Lebanon. Mikati emphasized Lebanon's urgent need for peace and security to strengthen regional stability. He called for an immediate halt to Israeli attacks on Lebanon and the declaration of a ceasefire, reaffirming his country's commitment to UN Resolution 1701. The annual UN Climate Summit has begun, with countries preparing for intense discussions on finance and trade. This comes after a year of severe weather disasters, which has strengthened demands from developing nations for increased climate funding. Outgoing COP28 President Sultan Al-Jaber opened the summit, then handed over the presidency to Azerbaijan's Mukhtar Babayev, who declared this summit a moment of truth for the Paris Agreement. Delegates in Baku aim to tackle the summit's top agenda item, securing an agreement for up to $1 trillion annually in climate finance for developing countries, replacing the previous $100 billion target.